Hello everybody, Matt here, and I'm going to show you how to install Windows 8.1 using VirtualBox. So step 1, open up VirtualBox. So now what we're going to do is just hit New up in the corner, and then type in Windows 8.1. It will automatically find it. You want to use a 64-bit if you have a 64-bit computer, otherwise use a 32-bit. While on a 32-bit computer you can use the 64-bit version, you'll have bad performance. So do that, and then hit Next. You can leave that alone unless you want more RAM or less. That's what this is for. We're going to create a virtual hard disk, and we are going to use VDI. These will have better compatibility with other virtual machine programs, but VDI is the best for VirtualBox since it is the VirtualBox format. So we're going to hit Next. Dynamically allocated is better. I'm just going to leave that alone. Then hit Create. And now you have this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit Start. And then you hit this little folder icon right here. Now you're going to have a Windows 8.1 ISO. And if you don't, you can get it from Microsoft. I'm just going to hit here and hit Start. So now your virtual machine will start from the ISO file that you just clicked on. So now it's beginning the boot. Alright, so we're going to hit English US. Still English US, and US, of course, if you're in a different country, obviously, pick other stuff, but I'm in the US, so next, and then hit Install Now. So now this is just going to run the Windows installer, which should be familiar if you've ever installed Windows before. So I'm just going to wait, no, because I need to do the formatting. Yep, so you're going to accept the license term, hit Next, Custom Install Windows Only, and this disk right here, this is the VDI file that we just created. So you can click on that and then hit Next. Alright, so now I'm going to pause the video since it's going to take a while to install. Not as long as it would on an actual computer, but it's still going to take a while. So I'll come back once it's finishing up. Alright, so I'm back. It appears the installer has finished and it's begun to boot. So this itself could take a little bit, but yeah, the installer's done. Now we're going to go to the part where the actual setup part where we're typing in the name and stuff like that once it loads. It's getting ready now. Okay, and so it seems to be loading. It's loading slowly, but it's loading. Okay, now it's rebooting. Here's the setup interface. So for the color, I'll just go on. Type in Windows 8.1 VirtualBox. Leave that alone. Next. I'm just going to leave this alone. If you've installed Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 before, this is going to be pretty familiar with you. Windows 10 is actually a little bit different. Actually, the new Windows 10 installer lets you just talk to Cortana the whole entire time. It's pretty cool. You don't even have to type anything in. I'm not going to sign into my Microsoft account. It's going to let me use a... Alright. Is there a way to get around this? So I just want to use a local account. Yeah. I'm going to try to figure out how to not sign into my Microsoft account. So I will be right back. Hey everybody, I'm back. I finally figured out how to sign up with Windows 8.1 without using Microsoft account. As you can see, I had to do some internet searching. I'm actually just going to close that now. But anyway, So pretty much, it seems like the only way to make a local account is to disconnect your computer. So if you're trying to install this on VirtualBox and you don't want to use your Microsoft account since it's just to mess around with, you have to disconnect it from the internet before you can actually make your local account. So create a local account at, make a password. Okay, now. So now this might take a while, so I'm going to cut out, and then once it's on the desktop, I'll be back. And here's the start screen. It took longer than I expected, but here it is. So what I like to do to always test that it's actually working right and that it's installed correctly is I always shut it down. Alright, so now when it actually shuts down, the window will close. Then what you can do is remove the ISO by right-clicking it and hit Remove Disk from Virtual Drive. Then start it back up again. And if it properly boots in the Windows, you know you installed it right. So let's just see what happens. So yeah, it installed correctly. So once it boots up, what I'm going to do is show you how to install the virtual machine editions that Oracle provides. Alright, so now what you can do is click on, what is it? Alright, it's up here, Devices, Insert Guest Edition CD Image. So what you want to do is click on your File Explorer. Then CD drive that. Alright, so now it's automatically running the setup. So you just hit next, next, next. So what this will do is, this is optional, but it will give the virtual machine, which in this case is Windows 8.1, better compatibility with your actual computer. It will integrate it more into the Oracle stuff. So there's stuff like drivers, and you can see right there, drivers, and networking stuff, and all sorts of other stuff. So I'm actually just going to end the video here, because after the installer, that's it. And yeah, so if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment. I plan to do a lot more Windows tutorials, a lot more VirtualBox tutorials with installing Windows. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.